So the next headline is interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to you, Doug, but NCT 127 is this K-pop group, and they just performed.
Wait, hold on. What's 127?
So okay, so so NCT is this K-pop group, and there it's 18 of them. It's an 18
Wait, hold
member,
on.
yeah.
18
Yes.
members.
So there's a group.
That's...
Yes, it's too many, but that's their branding. Their branding is that like there's so many of them that they don't want you to learn any of their names. They don't want you to learn any of their personalities. They just want you to remember the brand so that they can just keep swapping people out of it. So they what they'll do is if you're part of the NCT like umbrella, but they're going to be doing NCT China, they're going to be doing NCT Vietnam, they're going to be creating like a brand of groups all over Asia.
So what does NCT even stand for?
It calls from it stands for like Neo Future and
what about that number 12? Was there any
so I don't think there's any significance about the number. I think there is, but like I don't know the significance. But basically they pulled 10 members out of NCT. So there's NCT Dream, which is their 18 and under group, and there's 7 in that group.
Okay.
And then there's also NCT 127, which I assume is basically like the rest of the boys.
Okay.
And so like they're all over 19, I believe. And so they just did their first English performance on Jimmy Kimmel live, and I think they uploaded the video like 9 hours ago, and they already have like 1 million views. It's crazy. Like, I mean, like the K-pop like blow up and glow up is like really happening, but I mean, like what's frustrating is like people are really comparing them to BTS because it's really the only thing that we have to compare it to. But
do you think that's because BTS kind of like opened the like floodgates into like K-pop, and now it's like, oh, this is this other thing that's kind of like BTS or whatever?
Absolutely. But I think BTS, like, their come up was so specific. Like, they were the runts of the trainee academies. Like, they weren't the best singers or dancers. Like, they were signed to this really small, like, dinky independent label, and just kind of like blew up because of their like messages, and because like they would speak out against the Korean government. They would speak out against like class inequality. They would spoke up for gay rights. They really kind of
there's just like less controlledness of their brand, of the message that they were doing. And that was like an appeal to Koreans in Korea at first, because it was like, oh, this fresh thing that's not this machine made like product.
Yes. And so SM, which is like one of the biggest, they're one of the big 3 record labels. They created NCT, which is kind of like the antithesis to BTS. Like they are just a product. So what I'm nervous about is like, I mean, like people love NCT because they are the epitome of K-pop. They're perfect vocals, perfect choreography. They all look, like Ken dolls,
Right.
And they, but like I think that what is interesting, that we'll see in the next coming weeks and months is like, are they going to be seen as just like this kind of bad photocopy of American music? Because their song is called Regular, and it's like really kind of like every kind of bad trope, not bad trope, but every kind of trope of music that's current right now just kind of meshed into one song. And I don't know if it
doesn't have anything new or a fresh take on what it is. It's just kind of like, oh, what's popular now? It's like, oh, this trappy, like rap beat or whatever. So we're going to just like copy that and like expect, because of we're going to kind of like almost hijack or piggyback off of BTS's like,
hype,
right, and then like create our own product that is like quote unquote Americanized and like this cool thing, and that way we can capitalize on it.
Right. So we're gonna see if that works for them. I don't know if it will, but I also don't know if American audience can tell the difference between BTS and NCT. Like, if you held up a picture of the two groups, I don't think 90% of America would be able to tell the difference. And so I think it's just kind of a wait and see moment in kind of music right now.